Welcome, everyone. My name is Dick Hershey. I'm the president and founder of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us today so we can go through a little bit about what makes us special. And then I'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO, who will go over behind the scenes, show a little bit of a demo of the software and how the technology comes together. And then we'll end with Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 28 years of experience. He'll explain how the technology comes together to actually structure the loans. So let me go ahead and start from our website here. Hopefully most of you have joined from this page. So I'll just go through and explain a little bit more about what we mean on each of these items. So as you can tell, we come from a different background. We are all about leads and we are all about software. So that's our main thing here, unlimited leads powered by our custom software. So myself and Kyle, we come from more of a marketing and technology background. So for the last 20 years, we've been doing advertising, marketing, and lead generation and putting that all together with custom software. So that's really how we execute our business models, which is a little bit different than most companies probably. So everything you're about to see was built for us, by us, for our specific business model, and our software executes that for us. So what makes working with us different? We are non-delegated with our proprietary mortgage tools that basically let you guys scale your business instantly. So you guys are all operating your own business. That's great. You all have your own niches and needs. What we want to be is a platform for you guys to scale up from there. So we believe whether it's your own leads or company generated leads that you guys all need to be adding leads to your pipeline to succeed. We all know you guys have a core business, but we want to make sure we expand that. And that's our job as your broker, your company. We should be able to add to what you're already doing. So we want to make sure we fill you with leads, or you're able to use our software to generate more leads with what you're already doing. Now, how do we do that? We execute with a non-delegated business model. With the non-delegated correspondent, we have over 130 different lenders and investors we can use. So we've taken this business model from an FDIC bank to broker to non-del to del and had hundreds of employees in each model. And we found that the best model for us and our borrowers is going to be the non-delegated correspondent model because we can offer broker and correspondent loans for our borrowers. So when we're able to be the lender, we're always going to have the best rates and pricing, because when we're correspondent and we're lending with our money and our name, we're always going to beat the broker pricing at the same outlets for the same companies for the same programs. Now we have over 5,000 loan programs where we're the correspondent lender with our 32 correspondent investors. If there's a loan that falls outside there where we can't use our best pricing and rates and terms, we still want to be able to help our clients. So we have over 105 wholesale outlets for anything that falls outside the box, specifically a lot of specialty loans, right? We can't fund like fix and flip loans with our own money. We use our brokered partners that focus on fix and flips or commercial loans and things like that. So anything that falls outside of our scope, or anytime the customer can get a better deal at one of these other outlets, no problem. We want to make sure we always look out for the customer at all times. We have every loan program imaginable. Again, we want to fund as many loans as we can with our own money to give our customers the best rates and pricing. But if we need to use a partner, we still have all those partners to fill all those needs. So we have all the regular stuff: VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, CDFI, non-QM, commercial, DSCR, mixed use, SBA, and every loan program you've ever heard of, because we want to make sure whenever we have a lead or a customer that needs help, we have an outlet for that. It doesn't matter if we can fund it with our own money, or if we need to work with a lender that specializes in that program. We want to make sure we have a home for every loan that comes in. Now, how do we execute these loans? Again, it's all about the software. So we've written every line of code. We have full-time developers basically putting out this content every day, where we're fully integrated with our POS, CRM, LOS. What that really means for you guys: one login with all services integrated. One login for you, one login for your customer. So everything's cloud-based, obviously. Everything's based off a website, and it's built for us, by us. But the important thing for you guys to know and your customers to know that makes us different: one login for you as LOs, even though we use hundreds of different lenders and outlets, and one login for your customers, even though we use hundreds of different lenders and outlets. So our customers can instantly go from name, email, and phone number on our website. So everybody has their own website to capture customers any different way. But once we get that basic info, they can get live interest rates from our integrations. They can complete their 1003 instantly from our integrations. They can pull their credit instantly from our integrations. All their credit and liabilities will be synced into Encompass with our integrations, all without your customer doing anything or you doing anything. So we do that through our API integrations. For those of you who are familiar, basically it means that we still use the great services, but instead of you having a login, there's just a button on our back end, and we do that all through code. So we still use Encompass for most of our loan stuff. I know nobody likes Encompass typically, but it's necessary. But you guys can use it in the CRM. You don't even have to use Encompass. You can use the pages that you need to use through our system. Optimal Blue, you don't need an Optimal Blue login. You just click a button. CIC credit, pull credit, you click a button. You don't need a login. Meridian Link is how we pull the credit and put it in there. Again, click a button. Account check, VOE, VOI, VOA, click a button. Appraisal works, 5 AMCs with the click of a button. So everything is just a click of a button in the system there. And if there's something that needs to be updated, again, we have full-time developer staff to implement new features. We add new stuff every single day. Just added something this morning, actually, that we're going to announce to the rest of the team on Thursday. And we are all remote based, but we found that in all the different environments that we've been in, whether it's from a bank or a broker or a lender, that the training is definitely lacking. So we want to make sure we always add training on top of this and do it remotely. So we have our remote based learning center, basically our classroom, right? Where you can take courses and graduate up to the next level and do the important stuff that actually has the gated kind of trainings with assignments. Then we also have our live in-house MLO video trainings 5 days per week, basically private webinars about our systems where you guys can tune in. Obviously, you have to take those to join, but then you can take refreshers anytime as well. Then we also do our live podcast 5 days per week where we go over mortgage rates and different programs. So we put that out publicly for you guys, for customers, for anybody out there who wants to learn about our new programs. Then we have our live loan officer training podcast. We do 2 days per week where you guys as our team and also any other loan officers that want to learn about our cool products and services can tune in and learn about new products. Then we also have our Zoom support. So regular business hours, you can pop into Zoom. They're in there right now. Our processing team, they can get you unstuck. They have logins for everything, can help you get unstuck on something or click something, whatever needs to be fixed for you during regular business hours. And then if you need help anytime, we have our knowledge center with thousands of articles, not just from us, but our partners. So with hundreds of lender and correspondent investor partners, they all have their different tips, tricks, guides, webinars, matrices, videos, all kinds of different things. So you can see we have thousands and thousands of articles when we bring all that together. And with one click, you can search all of that. Now, there's a few more bullets here that don't necessarily fit in a category, but are very important, especially this first one for me. We love to work with investors, so we have the ability to close our DSCR business purpose loans in 44 states. So great opportunity to expand your licensing footprint without necessarily having to add new licenses. And we love to work with investors without being restricted with which state their properties are necessarily in, to be able to still serve those needs. We have tons of different leads. We could go on all day about where the leads come from. Kyle will show you guys live, which will make more sense, but it breaks down to a simple 50-50 split. So wherever it comes from, if we generate it for you, it's a 50-50 split. You'll see that here in a second on the comp. And everybody in the company has the ability to refer deals to senior LOs for 75 basis points. So it's a great opportunity. If you have a conflict of interest or any reason where you can't do the loan or aren't comfortable doing the loan, you click a button and that instantly goes to someone who will be ready to go and can do that loan for you. And you can still earn while you learn about the loan and help on the loan there as well. And we're all about leads, so we can set up your own lead campaigns. Kyle will show you guys how to do that. And if you have your own lead campaigns, we can show you how to import those with the Zapier link there. And to top it all off, no monthly fees. Again, we're from more of a marketing type of background. We want to be very straightforward, more of a technology platform here. What you see is what you get. Very simple, very easy for you, very easy for your borrowers. There is nothing hidden, no hidden fees, no monthly fees, no desk fees, no payroll fees, no fees of any kind here. Now, this is where you can watch the video again. If you guys jump off, we'll put the replay up here. But let's get into the compensation, and then we can show a little more of the back end. Let me zoom out a touch. There we go. Can barely fit it on the screen. Here, actually, let me full screen it. That'll help. There we go. So everybody's usually drawn to the senior loan officer plan. So that's what we're going to start with here. So senior loan officer, obviously the highest commission up to 250 basis points. That's with bonuses. So what's the standard commission here? Let me try to zoom in a little. Yeah, that's probably about as big as I can make it. 200 basis points on conventional non-QM, and that's 2% for those not familiar. That's most of the loans we're used to. There's different comp on commercial, HELOC, stuff like that, but this is what we're all used to. Now, very simple, 50-50 split. If you take a company lead, your base comp there is 100 basis points on company leads for any of the conventional non-QM loans we're all used to. That's 1%, so simple 50-50 split there. Now, our senior loan officers are obviously going to get everything everybody else does, but to top it all off, they're going to be the ones that receive the referrals from our team loan officers. So anytime someone clicks the button and says they need to refer a deal, that's going to go to the senior loan officers first, obviously. So you're going to get the referrals, which are different than a lead, someone filling out basic info. This is a teammate of yours saying, hey, I have a customer ready to go. I just can't do it. And they're going to help you out there. So definitely different than a lead. Now, they'll still also have access to all the leads, of course, unlimited access to all the different lead sources Kyle will show you. Senior loan officers obviously have the first dibs there. And again, simple 50-50 split. Now, how do you make more commission? We offer 25 basis point bonus for any volume over 2 million. So anybody that's rocking and rolling, no problem. Again, we want to be a system and a platform for you guys to scale up. If you guys already have a ton of volume, we have no problem giving you guys that back as a bonus. And again, same theme here, 50 basis points monthly bonus for any volume over 5 million. So again, anybody that's rocking and rolling, we want to make sure you still have the system to expand. And if you want to make more money as a senior loan officer, there's more opportunity. You can be a team leader and help other loan officers structure their deals, learn the new systems, learn how we work and all that, and make 15 basis points helping put those deals together. And if you really want to take it to the next level, once you're a senior loan officer, then you can upgrade to a branch manager and earn 25 basis points on any of the loans in your branch that you help not only structure and put together, but you're actually going to disclose and take on all that responsibility of being the branch manager. So opportunities to move up there. Now, how do you get to senior loan officer? This is probably the hard part to read here, but 6 loans closed to be a senior MLO. We want to make sure you guys try our system. It's definitely different. Not many companies allow you to be a broker and a lender, correspondent lender on the same day with the same systems. So it's definitely different than probably any other company out there. We want to make sure you close 6 loans. Hopefully some are broker, hopefully some are correspondent, and you learn all the systems. Now for those first 6 deals, you're going to be on our loan officer plan. The commission there is 150 basis points. We're going to team you up with a branch manager, a team leader, and of course, Jose as the sales manager to help you put those first 6 deals together. So you learn our system, then you can start disclosing your own deals and rocking and rolling. So 150 basis points on conventional non-QM, that's 1.5% commission, and that's on your first 6 deals. If you want to take company leads on your first 6 deals, no problem. You still have access to the leads. 75 basis points, again, 50-50 split. So 75 basis points on company leads for conventional and non-QM. So our loan officers for your first 6 deals, of course, you'll have access to all the leads at a 50-50 split. You'll be able to do the live click-to-claim leads, which Kyle will show you, which are the coolest leads that we have there. You'll be able to still refer deals to senior LOs for 75 basis points. If for some reason you can't do it, maybe you're newer loan officer, it's a fix and flip loan, you're not comfortable, you can still earn and learn how to do the fix and flip loan. So the next one you get, you can do yourself. We are licensed in 24 states for primary and second homes. And as I mentioned, we can expand to 20 additional states, 44 total, for business purpose. So you can do those loans in 20 states without being licensed and serve your investor customers. Everybody that's a loan officer is going to be paid via W-2. And to be on the loan officer plan, you need to be full-time. Full-time, 1 loan per month minimum. If you're not closing 1 loan per month, you're not full-time. And obviously you need to earn a living, right? So we want to make sure you're full-time. If you're not full-time, no problem. There's a plan for you. That's the junior loan officer plan. So if you've never closed a loan before, or you're brand new, or you're not full-time for any reason, maybe you're a realtor that's getting your mortgage license to add to your income, no problem. Join at the junior loan officer plan. You still make great commission. You're still licensed. You're still going to make 75 basis points commission. And your whole goal is to refer deals to senior loan officers who know exactly what to do, exactly how to disclose, and how to get those deals done. So you're still going to have access to all our software, you're still going to have access to the lead generating website to get your customers and even new leads as well. Still going to have access to leads in the auto dialer. And the important thing, no minimum production requirements. You can earn while you learn. Maybe you're adding this to your repertoire until you're ready to jump in both feet, no problem. And since you're not doing the loans in your name and you're not full-time, you do have an option to be paid via 1099 only when you're a junior loan officer. And the fine print here again, no minimum production requirements. So this is for anybody that's not full-time. So biggest difference here is if you're not full-time yet, no problem. Earn while you learn here as a junior loan officer. When you're ready to jump in full-time, you can go ahead and upgrade to a regular loan officer whenever you're ready. And then, of course, once you close loans with our system, you learn all the buttons, all the tips, all the tricks, all the investors we have, all the lenders we have, then you'll be up onto the senior loan officer plan. So we want to make sure you guys sign up for the plan that's correct for you. So just choose the applicable one and get started. So next, let's go ahead and have Kyle take over and go through the software and show a little bit of a demo of that.
Absolutely. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen here then. Now, of course, when you come on board, we'll do, full trainings on this, right? But I just want to highlight a couple things here with our system. Now, we have a full CRM, just like any other CRM. You'll notice, you can take your notes and send your emails and texts, and you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on action plans, drip campaigns to automatically email them and text you on your behalf, all that kind of good stuff that any other CRM does. But what starts to really set our system apart here is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, with just getting 6 pieces of info from the client without pulling credit, you can click one button here to get all of the rates from our different investors through our Optimal Blue API. Pick your rates you want to show the client. And within 2 minutes, our system can send them a text and an email with a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, right? Where you show their different rate choices. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically, shows them their proposed loan info, does the monthly breakdown of the taxes and insurance and HOA fees, tells them their estimated lender fees, and of course, you here as their loan originator with all your info. And then you can also add a realtor here. And so your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they refer you a client, not only can you quote them within minutes, but you're going to put the realtor on the actual quote. So they love it because you're putting them in front of their client's face all the time saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. Now, the coolest part about all this is the client then clicks start my loan application if they want to move forward. And what that does is pop up their borrower portal, where they then start their loan application right here in the portal. They don't need to leave the portal to fill out their actual 1003. It's going to ask them for the basic documents we need to upload. It shows them their loan info, the milestone of where the loan is at, which updates automatically as you move the loan through the milestones on the back end. And of course, they can contact you through here as well. So this is their borrower portal that they are taken to. Now, let's look at what this looks like from your perspective. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on the back end to you now. You can see how much of the 1003 they filled out. You can help them fill out the 1003. Some of you might be like more phone application takers. You could fill out the 1003 for them, right? You could also help upload documents for them, right? If you have them. But the best thing here is that you can request documents. So let's say you need 12 months bank statements, you can request that, and now it's asking them for 12 months bank statements. You can also request an entirely different packet. So let's say this came in as a conventional loan, but it's actually going to be a VA loan for a self-employed borrower. Now, I don't know exactly which documents I'm going to need for a VA self-employed loan, but the system does. So what you can do is say, I'm going to replace these with a VA self-employed, and then now it's only going to ask what we need for a VA self-employed loan, right? So super easy to get the right documents you need from your client. Now, you can also request signatures. If you need them to sign something, you can request a signature and they are prompted to sign that when they log in. And again, they don't have to leave the page. Our e-sign is already built in with a legal e-sign integration. So that way they don't have to leave the page at all. Now you can also request custom document types, right? You can request whatever may be needed. Your processor can request whatever may be needed as well here using this tool. Now, once your client submits their 1003, they give authorization to pull credit, and we pull credit instantly and automatically. So your client doesn't have to pay for the credit pull. We pay for the credit pull. As soon as they submit their application, we pull the credit. And so what happens here is now that the client has finished the application, you can click the Encompass API right here in our system, and it pulls up Encompass, which again, in our system without having to leave here. Notice it's a lot snappier than when it's on your computer, right? And what's going to happen is the 1003 is already going to be in here with all the information, and the credit is already going to be in here with all the information. So you just pull this right up and you can originate the loan right here. Now, as you go through your loan process here, we also have our processor assist button where you can order your VOEs, VOAs, you can lock your loan and request insurance, request title, all this different kind of stuff, file COCs and cancel the loan. So everything is right here as you go through your loan process as well to help you. Now, once your loan is in underwriting, you're also going to be able to come back to this Docs tab here, and what you'll see is your underwriter conditions will be right here. So any conditions that you get from underwriting, you'll be notified by email, and you'll be able to come in here and you can upload a document to fulfill the condition, or you could dispute the condition, right? And, type in, the guidelines that you're using to dispute it or whatever, and kick it back to the underwriters, right? So everything is here in the system for you to do, from taking the client from, name, email, phone number, to contacting them, to quoting them, to gathering their 1003, their documents, pulling the credit, originating the loan in Encompass, getting help from your processor and you being able to request processing assistance, all the way to fulfilling the actual conditions for underwriting. So everything happens here in one system from start to finish. So that's one login for you and one login for your client. Everything is here in our system. As Nick said, it's built for us, by us, right? We programmed this whole entire site, every line of code, and we built it in a way that helps us and our loan officers with our business model the best. Now I want to talk about where the leads come from in the first place. So first and foremost, the leads that we give you on a daily basis are the click to claim leads. And those are mostly from our Facebook ads. So when somebody clicks on one of our ads, they double opt in to be contacted, you get a text immediately so you can call them and quote them and everything right away. Now, there's a few other ways that we provide you with leads as well. So let me show you here. Another way we provide you leads is through our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer just like any other CRM. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day. There's a button there where you can click to drop an automated text and email to them in just 1 second and move right on to the next call. So you can drop those automated texts and emails for hundreds of people that you call in a day. We load up the actual leads into here. So notice we have fix and flip leads in here, bank statement, short-term rental leads, DSCR leads. We also have cold call lists in here. We have realtor lists in here. So there's always thousands of calls to make in the auto dialer. So you got the live leads coming in via text. Then you got the auto dialer for when you want to come in here and put in work and call these lead lists. Now, another way that we have to work leads through our system is our advertising tab here. So what you can do is those same leads we're giving you on a 50-50 split that we're getting from our proven out ad campaigns, you can actually have us put your budget on the same ad campaign. Those leads route directly to you and there's no lead split on them, right? So we're going to give you free leads all day at a 50-50 split. But if you want to boost your pipeline with more leads and leads that do not have a 50-50 split on them, We can copy our campaigns that we've already proven out, and we can put your budget on it. Now, a great example I like to give of this is one of our loan officers. She was a brand new loan officer, never closed a loan before. She got a lead and she ended up doing the loan for them. It was a $1,060,000 loan. So her first loan ever, her commission was $16,000. Now, it was from a lead from one of our campaigns, but it was one of the leads that she paid for. So she saved $8,000 for not having a lead split on that lead because she purchased a campaign, right? So that worked out really well for her. So I do recommend people look into building your pipeline even more and investing in some more leads. Now, you can also invest in leads from anywhere else. So the import leads here, we give you your custom webhook, and you can use Zapier to bring them into our system in real time. So let's say you purchase leads from Zillow or Free Rate Update or Lending Tree, wherever it is you're getting your leads, as long as it's a legitimate opted-in lead source, you can use the webhook here to bring them into our CRM in real time. So as soon as that lead comes in from Lending Tree, it's inserted into your CRM. Our CRM notifies you. You get the text and email letting you know that you have a new lead. That way you can call them and quote them and all that kind of stuff in the system, just like any other lead. So whether they're leads we're giving you for free, whether they're leads you want to have us manage your campaign, or whether they're leads you're purchasing from any other lead source, they can all come into the system the same exact way, right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about the next steps here. So, to move forward, when you're ready to move forward, you're going to go ahead and select the plan that is best for you, right? So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn it over to Jose here, and he's going to talk about how this all comes together to actually close loans, right? So we have the technology, we have the support, all this, the leads, but how does that all come together to actually close loans, and what kind of support is provided from the management team here? So Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager, has 28 years of experience as being both a loan officer and a realtor. And so he's going to talk a little bit about how this all comes together. So go ahead, Jose.
How you all doing? Thank you for joining us today. So yes, you've heard about our amazing leads program, great technology. So we definitely want to help you connect all the dots, get you traction as soon as you complete your training. We want you to be closing your first deal in 30 to 45 days, right? We don't want you sitting there spinning your wheels trying to figure it out. And that's exactly what we did when we got Nicole and helped her close a very difficult profit and loss deal with an appraisal transfer in 21 days, right? She was given quite a challenge, and with all of the support that we provided, that was possible. So what type of support do we provide? Let me break it down for you. When the process is going out, where you're in the quoting phase, for example, as soon as a customer requests a quote or accepts a quote, you're getting emailed. Your team leader's getting emailed, management's getting emailed, so that we can all let you know what you received and let you ask you if you need any assistance. In that email, there's also links there for you to quickly and easily set up a meeting with your team leader, right? Your first go-to would be your team leader to help you structure that application, make sure that your loan is off on the right foot. Right. We also have our Zoom room, which is manned by in-house processors during working hours on working days. You can pop into the Zoom room at any given hour of the day, as long as it's working, I think, till 7 o'clock. And you can get a quick resolution without having to book and wait for a meeting. You may have to wait for somebody else to finish getting taken care of, but you will be attended to fairly quickly by one of the different processors that we have in the Zoom room. Now, they're not to help you structure a file. That's what your team leader is for. That's what management is for. But they will help you with the more basic things, right? So you meet with your team leader, set up the structure of the file, set up an action plan, go gather all the docs, complete the application, and then you would meet if it's an in-house where we're the lender, that would be disclosed in-house. If it's a file where we're brokering it through the wholesale channel, you would meet with your team leader again to have the file disclosure reviewed, and then you would go to the lender's portal to get that file disclosed. If it's an in-house deal, you would meet with the disclosure desk. We would give that file one last review, make sure that all your I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and then we would proceed to, if the file is complete, ready to go, we would disclose that file then and there, giving you the opportunity to sign your part of the disclosures, and then letting the customer know that their disclosures are ready to sign in their email. Once that file is disclosed, it then gets assigned to intake, where our intake team will proceed to complete all of the different intake processes, like ordering a tax cert, ordering the flood cert, doing the OFAC search and the fraud guard report, and a couple of the things that they do. And then they will register the file on the investor portal of your choice, and then they will submit the file to underwriting at the end of the process. They will also assign the file to one of our processing teammates, who will then review the file, and the two of you will meet up, whether you want to do over a phone call, a Zoom call, or simply email communication. You have a meeting of the minds to go over the file, see what else may be needed, getting it ready for when you receive the conditional loan approval. You want to have all your conditions already ready to go. So once the file does get approved, your processor will then obtain the conditional loan approval, load it into the file, and go over the conditions with you. Should you have any clarification needed on these conditions that your team leader or your processor cannot, or should I say that your processor cannot assist you with, you can always reach out to your team leader. You can reach out to management. We're just one Zoom meeting away or one email away from assisting you with conditions clarifications. Once you have all your conditions ready, your processor will resubmit the file for review for the clear to close, at which time you will also order your CD, getting your initial CD, getting your file ready to close. And once we have the clear to close, the closing team takes over the file, works together with the title company to prepare the loan package and get your borrower to a happy closing. So many different ways, as you can see, for you to receive assistance throughout this whole process. We do have the internal processing team. On the brokered files, we do give you the opportunity to also use a third-party processor, but that is optional. We do not require a processor to be used like we do on our files where we are the lender, where we have a whole processing team. On the brokered files, you have the option to, if you want to self-process and possibly save your borrower that money and have a more competitive file cost-wise, you do have that option. So many ways for you to get active and closing files really quickly here at the Mortgage Calculator. Oh, and did I mention we also have our Knowledge Center, where we have all of our information indexed, all of our procedures, forms, everything that you could consider from A to Z on doing business at the Mortgage Calculator is in our Knowledge Center. So not only will you be able to reach out for all the support, but before you do that, you will go to the Knowledge Center, research the subject matter, see what you know and what you don't know, so that then you can easily receive the assistance you need to clarify the items that you need more understanding on, so that you can proceed to close your loan.
All right, great. Let's go over the next steps real quick, then we'll open it up to questions here. So go ahead and sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, right? If you're going to be a loan officer or junior loan officer, go ahead and click the button for it. It's going to have you provide all your info, and then it's going to take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, you don't have to sign it right then, right? It's going to send you an email with a copy, so don't worry. Take your time, review it. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that's what kicks off all of the next steps, right? To where we'll send you your full employment agreement. We will send you the information on how to let us sponsor your license and all that kind of good stuff. So go ahead and sign up for the plan that's applicable to you, and then it will fire that agreement off. And once you sign that agreement, that is when we will go ahead and reach out with the next steps. So Nick, we can go ahead and stop recording.